What's up, guys? It is time to fly. All right. Let's make sure this is, yeah. All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today we'll be taking out this 737-800 in the Southwest Heart Library here on Infinite Flight. We're going to be flying out of Midway. Hopefully, if we can get a gate. We're going to hit okay for now, but all right. Don't know what that was about. Just turned off my mic, but you know. All right, guys. Let us start. We still need to choose a gate. Of course, it's all gonna be relatively busy right now. And we're gonna switch over to Southwest. We're not a heavy today. Southwest 109. All right, perfect. Of course there is. There's a lot of, should be a lot of people on tonight. All right, perfect. All right.
Chicago Midway Airport, ATIS Information Echo, time 1531 Zulu, wind 320 at 14 gust 22, visibility 10, temperature 1, dew point -6, altimeter 2980 remarks, no intersection departures, use of departure and arrival procedures recommended landing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left, departing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left NOTAMs, aircraft size restrictions in effect advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Yeah, first thing we're going to do.
Chicago Midway Airport, ATIS Information Echo, time 1531 Zulu, wind 320 at 14 gust 22, visibility 10, temperature 1, dew point -6, altimeter 2980 remarks, no intersection departures. Use of departure and arrival procedures recommended landing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left, departing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left NOTAMs, aircraft size restrictions in effect advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Not that big of an airport, but...
Chicago Midway Airport, ATIS Information Echo, time 1531 Zulu, wind 320 at 14 gust 22, visibility 10, temperature 1, dew point -6, altimeter 2980 remarks, no intersection departures. Use of departure and arrival procedures recommended landing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left, departing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left NOTAMs, aircraft size restrictions in effect advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
So we're going to go ahead and paste
Chicago Midway Airport, ATIS Information Echo, time 1531 Zulu, wind 320 at 14 gust 22, visibility 10, temperature 1, dew point -6, altimeter 2980 remarks, no intersection departures. Use of departure and arrival procedures recommended landing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left, departing runways 31 right, 31 center and 31 left NOTAMs, aircraft size restrictions in effect advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Chicago Midway Airport, ATIS Information Echo, time 1531 Zulu, wind 320 at 14 gust 22, visibility 10.
Alright, it is starting to become a bit of a nightmare of hell. W plane Gerbs ideas boost CXR14 CXR. Oh. Confirm. So that puts us right there. We are going to fill KPHL. Choose procedure arrival. I think it's going to be. So it starts at JST. So this one. Then select that JST select, and we should be expecting a runway 27 approach. That's a flight plan. Alright.
Southwest 1523, taxi to runway 31 center, contact tower when ready. Southwest 9999, taxi to runway 31 center, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 31 center, Southwest 1523.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 109, ready for pushback with information echo.
But it's not that long of a wait.
Air Canada 905, request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Southwest 1523, request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Southwest 278, request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Chicago Midway Ground, Air Force One, ready for pushback with information echo.
Southwest 109, pushback approved,
Pushback approved, Southwest 109. Chicago Midway Ground, WestJet 398, ready for pushback with information echo.
Southwest 1523, cross runway 31 right.
Foxtrot Lima Echo X-Ray Foxtrot Oscar Romeo Tango. Request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Crossing runway 31 right, Southwest 1523.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 294, ready for pushback with information echo.
Foxtrot Lima Echo X-Ray Foxtrot Oscar Romeo Tango, cross runway 22 left.
Crossing runway 22 left. Foxtrot Lima Echo X-Ray Foxtrot Oscar Romeo Tango.
WestJet 398, hold position.
Southwest 62. Request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Hold in position, WestJet 398.
Southwest 9999. Request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Who the hell is this?
Chicago Midway Ground, Virgin 911 Heavy, ready for pushback with information echo.
Southwest 9999, cross runway 31 right.
Southwest 278, request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Crossing runway 31 right. Southwest 9999.
Southwest 62, cross runway 31 right.
Crossing runway 31 right. Southwest 62.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 3057, ready for pushback with information echo, requesting runway 31 right.
Southwest 780, cross runway 31 right.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 019, ready for pushback with information echo.
Crossing runway 31 right. Southwest 780.
Southwest 3057, pushback approved, expect runway 31 center.
Chicago Midway Ground. Southwest 1. Ready for pushback with information echo.
Southwest 1, pushback approved, expect runway 31 center.
Pushback approved. Southwest 1.
Chicago Midway Ground, WestJet 398, ready for pushback with information echo. Chicago Midway Ground, Land Chile 242, ready for pushback with information echo. Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 109, ready for taxi with information echo.
We're gonna pretend we never saw that.
Southwest 109, taxi to runway 31 center, contact tower when ready.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 294, ready for pushback with information echo.
Chicago Midway Ground. Porter 389. Request taxi to parking.
Southwest 242, pushback approved, expect runway 31 center.
Taxiing to runway 31 center, Southwest 109.
WestJet 398, hold position.
Hold in position, WestJet 398. Chicago Midway Ground, Virgin 911 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 31 center with information echo. Pushback approved, Southwest 242.
Chicago Midway Ground. Southwest 1. Ready to taxi with information echo. Chicago Midway Ground. Delta 40 Victor Alpha. Request taxi to parking.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 3057, ready to taxi with information echo.
Attention all aircraft, please stand by, controller change is in progress. Virgin 911 Heavy, taxi to runway 31 center, contact tower when ready. Virgin 911 Heavy, cross runway 31 right.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 893, ready for pushback with information echo.
Crossing runway 31 right, Virgin 911 Heavy. Southwest 278, request permission to cross runway 22 left.
Southwest 278, cross runway 22 left.
Crossing runway 22 left, Southwest 278.
Walter 389, cross runway 22 left.
Holding position, Southwest 109, request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Taxiing to runway 31 center, Southwest 1. Chicago Midway Ground, Delta 2551, request taxi to parking.
Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 294, ready for pushback with information echo. Chicago Midway Ground, West to 398, ready for pushback with information echo. Thank you, okay, Southwest 278. Chicago Midway Ground, Southwest 019, ready for pushback with information echo. Chicago Midway Uniform, Southwest 109, crossing runway 31 right.
Chicago Midway Unicum, Southwest 1523 is taking off runway 31 center, remaining in the pattern.
Chicago Midway Unicum, Delta 2551, crossing runway 31 right.
Chicago Midway Uniform, Southwest 3196 is on final, runway 31 center.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 1523, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing east.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 62, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing east.
Chicago Midway Tower, Velo 543 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 31 center with information echo. Volaris 1132, is on final runway 31 center.
Chicago Midway Tower, Allegiant 2619 is 29 nautical miles to the southeast at 7,500 feet. Inbound for landing with information Foxtrot. Requesting runway 31 center.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 109, ready for departure in sequence at runway 31 center, departing east.
Exec Jet 3447. Request permission to cross runway 13 right. Volaris 1132. Roger.
Maintain slowest practical speed, Velo 543 Heavy.
Volaris 1132. Number 1. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 31 center, Volaris 1132.
Southwest 1. Request permission to cross runway 31 right. Exec Jet 3447. Cross runway 31 left.
Southwest 3057, request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Crossing runway 31 left. Exec Jet, Southwest 109. Hold short of runway 31 center.
Holding short runway 31 center, Southwest 109. Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 3057, ready for departure in sequence at runway 31 right, remaining in the pattern.
Southwest 3057. Cross runway 31 right. Please expedite.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 497, inbound on the visual runway 31 center.
Southwest 1. Cross runway 31 right. Crossing runway 31 right. Southwest 1. Southwest 2650. Enter straight in runway 31 center. Number 3. Traffic to follow is on final.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 1523, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing east. Enter straight in, runway 31 center, behind the traffic on final, Southwest 2650.
Allegiant 2619. Enter straight in runway 31 center. Number 4. Traffic to follow is on final. Enter straight in. Runway 31 center. Behind the traffic on final. Allegiant 2619. Chicago Midway Tower. Southwest 43 is 21 nautical miles to the southwest at 6,000 feet. Inbound for landing with information echo. Requesting runway 31 center. Southwest 43. Enter left downwind runway 31 center. Number 5. Traffic to follow is on final. Enter left downwind. Runway 31 center. Behind the traffic on final. Southwest 43.
Polaris 1132, request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Southwest 62. Line up and wait runway 31 center.
Line up and wait runway 31 center. Southwest 62.
Avelo 543 heavy. Exit runway when able. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, Avelo 543 heavy.
Southwest 497. Enter left base runway 31 center.
Enter left base runway 31 center, Southwest 497.
Southwest 62. Runway 31 center. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 31 center. Southwest 62.
Polaris 1132. Cross runway 31 right.
Crossing runway 31 right, Polaris 1132.
Southwest 497. Number 1. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land. Southwest 2650. Number 2. Traffic to follow is on left base.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 31 center, Southwest 497.
Southwest 2650. Number 2. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 31 center, Southwest 2650.
Allegiant 2619. Maintain slowest practical speed. Maintain slowest practical speed. Allegiant 2619. Chicago Midway Tower. Southwest 1. Ready for departure at runway 31 center. Departing straight out.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 1523, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing east.
Southwest 780. Runway 31 center. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Attention all aircraft. Please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 31 center. Southwest 780.
Southwest 43. Number 4. Traffic to follow is on final. Allegiant 2619. Number 3. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land. Number 4. Behind the traffic on final. Southwest 43. Number 3. Cleared to land. Runway 31 center. Allegiant 2619. Allegiant 2619. Speed at your discretion. Roger. Allegiant 2619. Southwest 43. Contact Chicago approach on 128.2. Contacting Chicago approach on 128.2. Southwest 43. Southwest 62. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. Southwest 62. Good day.
Southwest 780. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Chicago Midway Tower, Slam 7, ready for departure in sequence at runway 31 center, departing straight out.
Frequency change approved. Southwest 780. Good day.
Southwest 1. Hold short of runway 31 center. Slam 7. Hold short of runway 31 center.
Holding short runway 31 center, Slam 7.
Thank you. Good day. Southwest 780.
Holding short runway 31 center. Southwest 1. Southwest 497. Exit runway 18. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, Southwest 497.
Southwest 497. Please expedite. Southwest 497. Cross runway 31 right.
Contact in Chicago Midway Tower on 135.2, west to 398. Crossing runway 31 right, southwest 497.
Slam 7. Line up and wait runway 31 center.
Line up and wait runway 3.
Southwest 109. Your number 2 for departure. Southwest 1523. Your number 3 for departure.
Roger, southwest 109.
Southwest 1. Your number 4 for departure.
Roger, Southwest 1523.
Roger, Southwest 1. Southwest 2650. Exit runway when able and contact ground. Please expedite.
Chicago Midway Tower, southwest 019, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing straight out.
Wilco, Southwest 2650.
Southwest 497, request permission to cross runway 22 right.
Attention all aircraft. Please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Chicago Midway Tower, speed of 141, ready for departure at runway 31 left, departing straight out.
Chicago Midway Tower, Delta Bravo Lima Charlie Kilo, ready for departure at runway 31 center, departing south. Southwest 497. Cross runway 22 right. Southwest 497. Cross runway 22 left.
Crossing runway 22 right, southwest 497.
Attention all aircraft. Please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Crossing runway 22 left, southwest 497.
Slam 7. Runway 31 center. Cleared for takeoff. Southwest 10.
Line up and wait runway 31 center, southwest 109.
Southwest 2650. Request permission to cross runway 31 right.
Southwest 9999. Your number 3 for departure.
Roger, southwest 9999.
Southwest 109. Runway 31 center. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 31 center, southwest 109.
Chicago Midway Tower, Southwest 43 is 8 nautical miles to the southeast at 3,000 feet. Inbound for landing with information echo.
Frequency change approved Slam 7, good day.
Southwest 2650. Cross runway 31 right.
Crossing runway 31 right, Southwest 2650.
Chicago Midway Tower, Delta 024 Victor Alpha is 20 nautical miles to the southeast at 6,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Requesting runway 31 center. Southwest 43. Number 2. Traffic to follow is on final. Southwest 43. Number 2. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land. Number 2. Behind the traffic on final. Southwest 43. Delta 024 Victor Alpha. Number 3. Runway 31 center. Cleared to land. Number 3. Cleared to land. Runway 31 center. Delta 024 Victor Alpha. Southwest 109. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved Southwest 109, good day.
Speedbird 141. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved Speedbird 141, good day.
Delta 024 Victor Alpha. Maintain slowest practical speed. Maintain slowest practical speed. Delta 024 Victor Alpha. Attention all aircraft. Airport is busy. Expect delays. Thank you.
Sorry, it's like everyone tries to call me right now. I just realized we need to slow our roll here. We had a pretty steep takeoff, steeper than I wanted. Originally, I decided to use autopilot to bring it down. And I didn't actually bring it down. I forgot my flaps. It's been a relatively painful flight. I'm not sure. I am struggling, but you know, it happens. Set our altitude to flight level 370, and then we have our VNAV. It's a couple flights ahead of us. See if they're going the same way we are. Redacted, I love that. Yeah. Why Philadelphia is so popular is the community flights. I think this is Infinite Flight's first like community correlated flight since they went away with what was it? Friday night flights. I think they want to move away from them making the flights to us making the flights, and then the staff and moderators and everyone promoting it. Very specifics. I mean, not everyone's going to get a shot. Not everyone's flight is going to be highlighted. Like I said, this is the first one. I think they went away with Friday night flights a couple weeks ago as of today. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'm maybe wrong. So it's it's interesting. A lot less coordination though. I've noticed. On this one, and I'm not trying to be like a jerk or anything, but for my community flights, this one is excuse me. This one's been the least of the popular of all, or not popular, at least coordinated of them all. Trying to figure out, hold on. Yeah. It's a Infinite Flight community event. March Madness, or March Midway Madness. Um, Jason Rosewell from the staff is the one that highlighted it. Apparently, Dan's online. He's live on YouTube, so and he's doing the Chicago Philadelphia. So a bunch of us probably were like, "Oh, gonna get on and join him." But yeah, there was no DM for this. But shout out to 810 F4 Eng. That's yeah, 810 F4 Eng on IFC. He's the one that created this event. So you know, Midway, good airport, like it. I've only flown out of there once. That was on, I think it was AirTran or something. I was back in the day. I was in the Navy. I just graduated boot camp. I was just like put on a bus at like 1 in the morning, thrown in the airport and told good luck out there after boot camp. It was a very confusing time. So I was there once, and I didn't even get to enjoy it because, for those of you who've been in the military, you probably are about to, real film me here. Typical fashion, it's never fails. So they gave me my packet, everything with my orders, my flights, and what was supposed to be contact info for my A school, my training command I was going to next. And contact info was all garbage. It was all outdated. Like one of the numbers was disconnected. One of them was not the quarter deck, and the other one, the guy didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. So that was fun. But whoever bought me my tickets, the person doing my travel, apparently screwed my name up, and instead of putting a O, they put a 0. That's what TSA told me. Don't take that as a final, concrete, that was the reason. But they flagged me as a no-flyer. I was like, what? Just graduated boot camp? No. So that's my Midway story. Thankfully, it got cleared up, and I had to run. Well, TSA had to run me through the airport because I was like, by the time they got everything corrected, I was like 10 minutes before the gate closing, and I was like still by TSA check, and my terminal was like pretty far. So my gate actually. So, but yeah. Midway, good airport, small airport, but I think it's one of 3 in Chicago. I know Chicago is the biggest. I've been to Chicago. That one's huge. I flew that end of last year. End of last year, I had to fly out to Norfolk, and my connecting flight was at Chicago. And fair warning, flying through Chicago, for those of you who are not aware, tennis shoes. I decided I'm just gonna put on some shorts, flip-flops, my normal get-up of travel. Like, I travel comfortably, and of course I regretted that when I landed in Virginia. It was like October, November time frame, but I was like super comfortable, and then landed in there. I was like looking at it, and I got hit with the whole, oh yeah, your terminal is like 5 miles away, basically. So running half an hour to run from one side to the other was not, it wasn't fun. But yeah. If you ever get a chance to fly into Chicago, though, it's a beautiful scenic area. Every time I've flown into Chicago, has been very scenic. Just seeing the skyscrapers, it's like flying into New York. It's just it's scenic. So, all right, well, it looks like we reached our cruising altitude, so we should probably do this. I think we've been there a while, but I haven't flown in forever, so it's been a hot minute. But yo, and check. So where are we? We're here. Let's see how the traffic's doing behind us. Oof. So yeah, you see the conga line of Southwest coming behind me. I think there's a couple Southwest. I think like this guy's gonna take it more direct. There we go. Yeah. Oops. So yeah, that's a conga line of people. I don't even know where Dan would be. I don't even know if he's taken off yet, to be honest. It's a conga line to get in, it's a conga line to get out. Shout out to the controllers, like, for dealing with that, dealing with the stress, dealing with the people. I know it gets a little hectic, and some people get a little unprofessional, especially it's a game, but shout out for the doing a good job when I left. No comment on anything before or after, because I know it gets a little hectic in there sometimes. Right, Los Angeles. I was doing a flight on Infinite Flight yesterday or the day before. I was in Denver to LA. I think I did a United flight. I'm trying to remember what I did. I did a 777. I haven't flown those on Infinite Flight in forever, but I didn't. And yeah, ATC, tower ATC was cool, ground ATC was cool, but approach, my God, that person was not professional. I checked in, and then I announced I wanted to descent via the descent I already pre-selected in the GPS system, and my approach was into Los Angeles, LAX. I wanted specifically an ILS approach, preferably 25 right. Runways I can't do much about, but I figured the descent in the ILS request would be pretty giveable, considering that last night was not, or it wasn't last night, it was 2 nights ago, I think. But that night, there was not a lot of traffic landing. There was a lot on the ground, a lot taking off, but not a lot landing. And ATC was like, the approach guy was just like, yep, turn right. I was like, what? I'm on a descent pattern. Turn right to this degree. Cool. All right, make left turns now. Slow down to 200 knots, and descend to 6,000 feet. I'm still over Vegas. I need to clear mountains. I can't descend to 6,000 feet. I can't even slow down to 200 knots. I think I was still 40,000 feet. Flight level 400, yeah. Because I was still at, it was still giving me a Mach speed. It wasn't giving me my I indicated airspeed, IAS. And it was just such a nightmare. I ended up having to, I did the left turns for a little bit, but I ended up flying up, switching over to Oakland Center. They were online. And then having them reroute me back into LA. And then the person was like, I think it was the same controller, immediately was like, okay, well, descend to like 4,000 feet. I didn't even, I was like looking at it like, those are the mountains. Those are mountains. I'm not professional, but I would like to go over them, not through them. I ended up turning around and just, I think I flew up to San Francisco instead. I was like not having it. It was not a pretty, not a great, not a great experience in that controller. Definitely a newer controller. Definitely overwhelmed very easily. I could tell because there was not a lot of landing traffic. I think I could have fit into the sequence beautifully. I don't know what they wanted from me. I don't know why they wanted such a lower altitude for me, considering that I was already pretty far from LA. The descent pattern had me going from like 40 to 36 to like 28. It was perfectly stepped. So I was not too thrilled. And then Denver was another bad one. I can't remember when I did that. That was a while ago though. Flew into Denver. You know, shout out again to whoever was tower, whoever was ground. Not the approach. Approach seems to be always having the ones. I don't know if they're newer people or if they're struggling more or they get overwhelmed much easier. But so I don't pre-check like the ATC schedule. I just hop on and call it a day. Decide I think that day I was doing Fresno to Denver, and set it up and everything. And then as I was smooth takeoff, didn't experience anything. It was Unicom. Got up to my cruising altitude. Of course, it was a CRJ 200, so it wasn't like I was going to do much. And then once I got into Denver airspace, Denver Center called, and they're like, first of all, I didn't know they were on, but immediately I was on guard, apparently. I think that might have been a network issue. I'm not too sure because it's happened to me before where air traffic control will pop up mid-flight. They will try to contact me, but for some reason, if it's their connection, my connection, server connection, it will sometimes be a delayed. I won't get those transmissions. I've had comms fail completely on like big fly-ins for virtual airlines. So I'm like, okay, I'm on guard already. I checked in, said I wanted this approach, or said I was approaching to Denver. I wanted descent via this for ILS approach. I believe I requested 16 left. 16 left. I think that's the runway there. I can't remember. But yeah, 16. And I was going to make right traffic into it. I remember that much. But we should turn on my vertical navigation. Ooh, 30,000. I might have to take control. Let me see. It's gonna want me to send to 3,000 at Jalto, which is... Alright. We might have sent before that. Let's see. I think at school we'll set that altitude too. Let me do this real quick. I don't want to have like a steep descent right here. I think that should be really relatively good. But and immediately they're like, expect vectors for 1.7 right, and I was like, okay, well, I guess 1.7 1.6 was busy. I didn't care as much, but it honestly, they should have lined me up for 1.6. There was no traffic. I didn't realize like I said, I didn't realize ATC was on, so planes were just barely popping into the terminals, the gates. So it's like these people like wait for ATC. I'm not a big fan of it sometimes, just because everyone's there and it's just too much commotion. And then it's happened to me before where I'll be just flying next to this dude, or this one dude decides that they want to be a fighter pilot, forget that they're on expert, and just like try to intercept me, and then they try to ghost them, and I get ghosted, and then I gotta appeal it because it's like I didn't do it, and they're like, ooh, sorry, that was a mistake. It's typically they're pretty good about their mistakes, but sometimes it's they're so used to having that fight of, oh, they're always wrong. So I think we're gonna speed up a little bit here because still a whole 48 minutes left till. There it is. Okay, I guess we can't speed up that much. But yeah, they Denver approach goes, tells me that the expect vectoring for 1.7 right, and I was like, okay, and they immediately was like, okay, descend to this altitude. I was like, actually, like, if I stay on this descent pattern, I'll be set for descending it, like altitude wise, I'll be set for 1.7 right. And then they're like, turn left here. I'm like, then turn right, and then turn left, and turn right, and then they're like, okay, you're cleared for the ILS approach on 1.7 right, maintain 3,000. I was like, cool, sick. And then they hit me with standby, correction, prepared to be vectored into 1.7 left. They moved me from being right next to 1.6 right all the way to 1.7 left. They moved me like I was already making right traffic. I was downwind. So that was not. And what was more annoying about that is they tried to vector me for 1.7 left. I'm already catching the ILS for 1.7 right. Like literally, my approach like got location and altitude, and within the few seconds I got the notification to switch over. I I said unable, and they again prompted me to switch to 17 left. I was like, so I did it just to not piss off ATC, not get a violation. But I remember talking to someone from one of the virtual airlines who is one of our known ATC. I was like, yo, I'm not sure who this dude was. I'm not sure how they got approved, but that was very unprofessional. Like, with maybe 5-6 nautical miles left to go, you should not be switching them runways. You need to make them go around at that point, but with no traffic, you should not be. And I get it. ATC people like to have everything set up for themselves so that they can manage their patterns easy. They may make, typically it should be the outmost runways are takeoff, inmost runways are landing. But sometimes Infinite Flight ATC does whatever is easier for them. I get that. You might make the whole left side, the right side, I don't know. But when you have, flyers who are in the air, are on an approach pattern ready for your airport, and you pop in and they're already like descending, they're downwind, just let them land how they planned, because they've already went through the steps of finding their descent. They've gone through the steps of looking at the map and saying, okay, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to descend this way, and I'm going to make a right turn, and, like I'm already preparing for a 27 right, so I'll go in and hit runway and be like, oh, I want 27 right, set nav 1. Now I have to switch everything. I didn't even get nav that time. I think I just turned off autopilot altogether and had to land it by hand, which I'm not that good at on the iPad. It's not a fun experience for me on the iPad. I prefer to do it on Microsoft Flight Simulator much better when I have my joysticks. But not. Where are we at? Though here. Oh, they're down there already. And there's 1. That might be 2. That might be 3. Looks like 4, 5. Possibly 5, maybe 6. I believe that was one of the weird names. Maybe 7, maybe 8, going for Philadelphia right there. So I don't know if Philly. Oh, and they already have. I guess that's a United. But flight plan has them going into and they came from Midway, so it's another Southwest, and they're going into and they came from Midway. So yeah, we're gonna see some traffic, which might not be fun just because oh no, Philadelphia has 4 ATCs. They don't have an approach. But yeah, I ended up talking to my buddy, one of the VAs, about that one. That's like the only one I've ever sat down and was like, no, I'm complaining. Not acceptable. Not even at all. I sent the video over to him, and he was like, kind of appalled. Like, he didn't even know how that person passed. Apparently, it's a very, very rigorous testing to get ATC. I'm not sure. I've never tried it myself. I'll do some ATCs on the channel, but it's not like my primary focus. I'm not really a big fan of it, especially because I have to do it on the training server, and that, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a fun experience. Not to be mean to anyone, but I get it. They need ATC services too. I'm not saying they don't, but sometimes you get players that are like barely learning, and they're trying hard to be like, yes, all right, we're gonna, if ATC tells me hold position for, or hold short of runway, they're gonna listen. And then there's some that are like, I'm on training server, I'm gonna do what I want, and it just becomes a royal nightmare. So typically what I end up doing is I end up doing like small airports. That way I can limit myself to how many airplanes I actually have, and typically pick a small airport around like other ATC airports, but just so I can have some short haulers come in, but it's still not my favorite thing to do here. It's, like I said, I've had too many bad experiences trying to ATC for training server. I like flying it from time to time, especially that in casual when I'm flying with the Coast Guard virtual. Just because some of the things we do on Coast Guard virtual are not, well, they're not sanctioned on expert and such, which is fine. That's why I go to casual. We don't bug anyone in casual. We do what we want. That's what it's for. Sometimes we go to training just because when we have like new pilots we're training, or we're practicing ATC skills. It's nice to open up on like the naval bases and just have us. As always, as soon as we do that though, there's a bunch of 18s and 22s and A-10s and a bunch of random aircraft. I'm sorry guys, it's really annoying. There's no reason a Airbus A380 will be landing at Naval Air Station San Diego, or Naval Air Station North Island, better yet, but not San Diego. That's like when we fly out of Mobile to keep authentic when we're flying realistic, but when we're just on like training or casual, we'll just pick like a random. We try to stay to a Coast Guard station, but we'll pick random like bases just to wherever we want to go. But yeah, we see a bunch of C-130s doing touch and goes and other military aircraft. I don't know why, in good God's name, you're gonna go and call in as an A380 landing at a naval base. Like, that's not how, especially when San Diego International is just to the, if you're facing the runways, to the right. Just to the right. Just you don't even have to go that It's not even like a few minutes. I think it's like a 45-second difference. Like that's not gonna make a huge difference, guys. It's not. But let's see where we're at. Yeah, so like I said, we'll have some on the channel. Not too much though. It's not my favorite thing to do. Most of the things I'll be doing is on expert, and even then, I'm pretty sure I'm doing them wrong. So don't use me as an educational video. That's your forewarning right now. No education here. Just a bunch of shenanigans happening somehow, making flying possible. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be taking this B738 at 0.86. I don't think that's the thing. Where's this WestJet? Oh, he's already ahead of me. Alright, cool. Yeah. So yeah, for a lot of people who are like, oh, those markers aren't realistic. When I fly not community events, I won't have them on. But when it's community events, I will, because Infinite Flight servers and my tablet don't always sync up properly. So like, I think at some point there was like a plane ahead of me that I could not physically see. I only can see the box and the call sign and everything. So just to try to be as realistic as possible, not eat up another plane. Like that Air Canada almost did. We'll keep those boxes on, and I'm gonna keep them on for Philadelphia because we already got the Conca line behind us, and thankfully we got pretty early on out, so we should not be expecting too much of a delay, unless it's a bunch of people just spawning into Philadelphia right now, like getting ready to fly, well, within the next 20-30 minutes to get ready to fly. Well, let's go see if Dan actually hopped on. Oh, it looks like Dan is Dan is just about to take off there. Yeah. He is. Yeah, he's still at a. Try to see how long he's been going. He started 10 minutes ago, so yeah, he'll be a while. It would have been nice to fly alongside him, but we're already approaching Philadelphia, and he's holding short of midway, so yeah, we're not gonna wait for him. Looks like ooh, yeah, there she blows. It's a decent size. It's not as bad as midway. We do have approach online, so what I hate is as controllers hop in and off, for some reason it doesn't update my iPad. I don't know if there's like cross infinite flight or just a me issue. More likely just a me. It's always operator issue in my opinion, because I'm the operator and I know me. Yeah. It's just like at work when I complain something about it to IT, they're like, it's usually operator issue. I'm like, I know, but can you help me fix it? They usually give me like a business card to a psychologist or something, and they try. Especially when I'm supposed to be the one fixing the network and computers for them, when they don't know what to do. Yeah, that's always fun when they'll like to mess with the new guys in the office. They'll send them to troubleshoot an issue that I have, because I always have the weird issues, and not because I constantly break things, but any like tier 3 issue gets sent to me. Tier 3 is usually like the harder issues, and I usually get the weird ones. Rarely do I get like a simple like, hey, the configuration on the router dropped. No, it's usually like, configuration's there, it's just we've reloaded it. It's not just like saying, nope, we're not taking it for some reason, even though it's a backup of the configs and everything from this exact router. So they'll always like send one of the new guys to go help me, and then they're like, everyone will joke that's an operator issue. It's always my fault. It's always my problem. And always never fails. At least once they'll look at me like, aren't you supposed to be like the expert in this? And then I'll just usually have a monster or a rock star or something just sip on it and be like, yeah. And just walk out of the room, because it's hard. It's fixing computers is hard. It's kind of why I don't envy Pilot. Fixing a computer on the ground, it's like, it's easy for me just to restart, turn it off, turn it on again, unplug it, plug it back in. Not as easy to restart a jet 37,000 feet in the air. Although, fun fact, American Airlines has done that to me on the ground. Flying out of LA on our little, I want to say it was CRJ 900 or 700. It was one of the smaller ones. It was one of the commuter flights, and get on the plane, put my stuff away, get all comfortable, and I really felt bad for this girl next to me. I'm a bigger guy, and these planes are not nice, but this girl next to me, it was like right around, I want to say it was right around the start of COVID, like right before it got really bad. But everyone was still hurting. I already had a face mask. I already was, doing the hand sanitation when I can, try not to touch anything, try to respect my area. But before the regulations really kicked in for airlines, she was just trying to scoot away from me as much as possible, but she didn't want to get infected. I don't blame her, but again, a bigger dude. But sat down next to her, try to get comfortable as possible. About 30 minutes elapsed. I was like one of the last people to. I was not gonna lie, stuck at a bar, but I was one of the last people to board. What's taking so long? And eventually, we see the mechanics hopping on it, and they did something. They got off. They got back on. They power down the jet. They power up the jet. They're like, okay, we're good to go. They push us back out, and then they pull us back in. They do the same thing like 3 times over, and before they're like, ladies and gentlemen, it's not even a critical component. We can fly without it. We're just gonna do that, and I'm like, 2 hours later, if it's not critical, I mean, first restart didn't work. The other 5 might. No, that's my personal experience. That's not usually what happens. But yeah, it was a fun little trip. I also got very much inappropriately touched that trip by ATSA. Actually, that was the nightmare of nightmare trips I left. That was that was on my flight home, but on my flight out, I went to my airport. I had to take a commuter on American to LA, because my flight was going from LA. It was supposed to be LA straight to Washington. But when I got to my airport, there was a small delay. And at first the lady was like, I think it's just a little bit delayed because of LA traffic, but it'll be here shortly. That small delay became an hour delay. Now, mind you, my morning community flight left at about 7. My flight from LA to Dallas to Washington D.C. left around, I want to say it was like 1, maybe noon. I don't remember exactly what, but that was I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, yeah, small delay, not a big deal. I could make it. Well, that small delay because of traffic turned into the plane's completely missing. Like, not gonna lie, I thought it was like another Malaysia Airlines situation where it just vanished. Because, so, the gate attendant was under the impression that the flight had left LA and was en route to Fresno. She didn't understand why it never landed, because she didn't deboard anyone. She doesn't remember deboarding anyone. Her supervisor was under the impression that it never left LA. It was stuck in LA still because of mechanical issues. At least that's what that's the story that he told us. But the story they got from the FAA, the ATCs, was that it never left Phoenix, that it was still in Phoenix, because they had to go from Phoenix to LA, LA to here. And I was like, wait, so you guys lost a whole plane? Turns out the plane actually left on time from LA. It landed in Phoenix, or left Phoenix on time, landed in LA early, left LAX a few minutes early, but arrived really early to my airport, which was really nice for them. It's always nice when you get there early. But it had a small mechanical issue that they were like, oh, okay, well, since we're early, we're gonna take the plane, get it a quick fix, put it back into service, quick turnaround. Turns out, famous last words, oh, this should be a 5-minute fix, hops. Turned into like a 4-hour ordeal. We didn't end up leaving. They we did not end up leaving my airport till about 11, 12. No, it was 11. It was 10:45. Remember that. I was like, if we can hurry, I might still be able to. Ooh, we're descending. All right, cool. So we're gonna just turn that on real quick. Let's make sure we don't have any. No. Sick, but I was like, it's not a, from my airport to LA, it's like a 30 minute hop. It's not much. Famous last words. We end up leaving a little later than usual. Because of ATC clearance, since we were leaving so late. Fresno was trying to get us, not Fresno, Oakland was trying to get us ATC departure, and it took a little longer because they had to figure it out. We left the airport about 10:50. We got sequenced in pretty far behind. We ended up landing in LA by 11:40, 11:50. It was almost midday. Literally landed. Took the bus from that small terminal over to main terminal. I forget what it was a community terminal over to one of the main terminals, the bus that takes you in between, and climbed up. Thankfully, I was in that same, like right there. Walked over and I was like, hi, I'm here for my flight. And I saw the plane there. I saw everything. The door hadn't closed, everything. And I was like, and mind you, I hadn't turned on my phone at that point. I was kind of running, so I didn't get the message that my physical boarding pass was wrong. They had changed my flight. It was actually same terminal, just other side. Instead of being by that round glass end where you can see the runway 25 in LA, I was actually towards the back, closer to the main area. So I ran back, walked over, and as I ran in, the lady looked at me and she just had that fail of, you are late. I just looked out the window as my jet was being pushed out already. I was like sad. I wanted to cry. Hard. Not gonna lie. That was very disappointing. And so I ended up talking to American Airlines. Gate attendant was real cool. She was like, hey, sorry, we tried waiting for you. Because there was like 2 people up on my inbound flight that were gonna be, but the pilot had to push already. The gate was deeded. They left at the exact time they had to. They couldn't wait. Like, they were ready to leave earlier, but they pushed at waiting for us. So, gate agent was pretty cool. She was cool. The dude though, but she sent me over to customer service. The dude at customer service was well, the job is tough, but approached him, trying to be real nice. I was like, hey, I was on this flight, supposed to catch this flight, but because this flight was delayed, I missed this flight, I need a new flight. And he literally was like, look at me like, that's my fault. Like, he can't do anything. And he kind of lectured me about being on time, and I said I was on time. It was your guys' flight. Like, I can't do anything. Pilot's couldn't do anything. Gate agents couldn't do anything. This is the mechanics took it. Said 5-minute fix tops. And pretty sure how that worked out was one over-tight bolt later. One over-tight bolt, and almost 4 hours later, turned into basically a half-a-day project. And so they ended up, after a little bit of back and forth and finally getting a new customer service agent, she was okay. She was a little stressed. She was annoyed between me and him being kind of a jerk to me, and by that point I got an attitude. Like, I'm gonna start off respectfully, but you're gonna start saying some stuff. I'm sorry, dude, I'm not gonna really be nice anymore. We're gonna slow down to 280. She got me on a United flight instead that left at midnight. 12 hours. Midnight. I didn't complain. I took it, Best thing I could do. I know. I called my boss. I was like, hey, this is what happened. And he called Travel Center. Travel Center tried to talk to the American on the phone, customer service line. They couldn't do much for me. They were already pretty booked. It was summertime. It was peak travel. This is back in I want to say this was like 2014, 2013. I don't remember. It was back then though. It was, I think, like, there was a lot of people going to Hawaii. I can tell you that much. There was a lot of, but it was peak travel season, and okay. What was that? I don't know. But peak. But yeah, I was I had to leave at midnight now. Slept at the USO for like forever because I took advantage. I'd been up already all night, so I was like, gotta go to sleep. Slept at the USO. The USO was outside the terminal in the center, which was, in a way, I get it. Makes sense. Center, easiest way for everyone to, access it, but at the same time, at that point, it was really annoying because I had to go through security all over again. And TSA it's a hit or miss with them. So I woke up, tried to go through TSA. That was a bit of a nightmare because I ended up, like, when I got to the USO, I ended up grabbing, like, water or juice, a snack. I didn't really want the juice. I didn't want the sugar at the time. The sugar was more when I woke up, so I put it in my backpack. Forgot about it. Classic mistake. Forgot about it, and trying to see if approaches online because I saw them. I'm not sure where this jazz dude came from. He's right on my heels, so. But, so obviously that popped. I got the typical shakedown of what else I have. Typical TSA, like, the TSA dude was not having me. Like, he was legit convinced I was trying to sneak something on, which I told him I was DSO. I put it there because they gave it to me, and I was like, I didn't want the sugar before going to bed. I was gonna drink it now, but he made me throw it away and went through my bag, and like 20 minutes later, it probably wasn't 20, but gotta exaggerate for the storytelling. Finally let me go. Ran all the way to my flight because I thought I was gonna be late. I think it was like, what? Like I said, I think I had a midnight departure, and it was already like 20 till. And I was like, I'm cutting it close. I really got held up at TSA. I think the line took forever is really what it was, but ended up getting there. Only find out I got delayed by another hour. Gate issues, apparently. Finally saw it pull in, saw it. Oh, hello. Did not know they had a co-pilot. I've been ignoring him this whole time. Anyways, but so I pull in. Philadelphia approach.
Philadelphia approach, Southwest 109, with you at 16,900.
Turn right heading 250. Maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 and
Southwest 109, radar contact, say approach request. Southwest 109 is 8 nautical miles northeast of Smoketown at 16,500 feet. Request denials approach any runway at Philadelphia International. Southwest 814, turn right
Sweet.
heading 080, descend and maintain 5,000. Turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 5,000. Southwest, Roger, Southwest 109. Ukraine.
The famous lines of communication here are just gonna be full.
Turn left heading 300. Maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until
But,
established on the local exit. Cleared
like I was
ILS
saying,
runway 27 left. Papa Tango uniform
got on that
runway
flight. Honestly, I passed out. Landed in Chicago. Landed in Chicago. Yeah, because that one wasn't direct. That one was LA, Chicago, Chicago commute to DC. Funny enough, though, it was not the original airport I was going to. I think I was originally scheduled to go into. I just saw it too. I think I was supposed to originally go into Kiev. I ended up going into KWD, which was the closest they could get me, I think. But I mean, for the purposes of trying to get to the DC area, that it worked. I wasn't gonna fight it too much. And so, think I'm gonna turn off VNAV here. I think I'm gonna stay at 11,000. I'm gonna hold there just because it looks like they're gonna have to vector me in. Looks like there's a pretty long sequence at the moment.
Airport in sight. Papa Tango Uniform Romeo Sierra.
But from there to from LA to Chicago, I actually ended up being delayed again. I don't know what happened. I passed, like I said, I got on the plane, put my stuff away, put my seatbelt on, passed out. And when I woke up, I woke up to the landing. I didn't even, like, I felt the wheels hit, and I was like, oh. I looked around, I was like, oh, it's daytime? It's Chicago? Oh, very good. Awesome. I don't even think it was daytime. I think it was just like very early. Like I could see the light in the horizon, but that's about it. Literally, I was like, I looked at the time, I'm like, I looked at my ticket again. At that point, I did turn on my phone. I was like, okay, but because I was no longer with American, I was United. My American app wasn't working. It wasn't telling me what my next flight was. It was telling me that the flight I was supposed to be on arrived. I was like, yeah, of course. And so we pulled in. As we were pulling in, this jet to the left of me was pulling out. I was like, not thinking about it. Like, I was like, oh yeah, hey, bye people. Like, you know, you're coming, you're pulling into your gate. They're pulling out. I get out. I'm like, okay. So I need to be at gate. I'm just gonna say 30. I don't remember what exact gate was, but cool. What gate am I at now? I'm at 29. That's 30. The plane I just waved to was my plane. God damn it. God damn, I literally walked up to her. I was like, so, any chance I can get on that flight? She just like looked at me and she's like, what? I was like, I was supposed to be on this flight. I was supposed to be on the flight. I just went through the whole story, but she was very confused. And she's like, okay, yeah. She looked it up. She's like, well, it's a commuter flight, so there's more. There's another one that leaves about an hour and a half down the terminal. Just go all the way and tell them I sent you. I was like, okay, cool. And so I did that. All right. Reduce speed to 250. But I think we're just gonna, because I'm, oh no. No, not yet. Not quite yet because of, but I walk into the, so she told me to go, I went, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll turn off altitude real quick, just to get my speed under. I thought I had more time. Oh, here we go. Nope.
Contacting Philadelphia Tower on 135.1. Ukraine International 51.
I screwed that up because I tried to take it over.
Reduce speed to 230 knots. Southwest 109, turn right heading 110. Southwest 109, reduce speed to 230 knots. Virgin 911 heavy, radar contact, say approach request. Reduce speed to 230 knots. Southwest 109. Virgin 911 heading
I'm trying to.
nautical miles northeast of Smoketown.
Okay, we're just gonna. I screwed that up. That was my bad.
Runway at Philadelphia International.
So I'm speeding like a mofo right now.
Philadelphia Tower on 118.5.
I was not paying attention to my speed. I should have slowed down earlier, but I didn't expect them to tell me what altitude. But yeah, so I went to the next gate that had the next Washington flight. Talked to the lady. The lady was actually pretty rude. Like, yeah, I was like, apparently there was a bunch of people who missed their flight that day, so she was trying to put everyone on there, but she was under the impression that like I was part of the group that just decided to be really late. Like, it took me forever to get to. I was like, no, I was on your flight. It got here late, so I missed that flight. So they sent me here, and she kind of got an attitude, and she gave me a ticket. Yeah, like, she was having a rough day. I was trying not to be mean to her, but at the same time, like, I was trying to be respectful. Like, the other dude, yeah, totally, 100%. He was mad at me because I was, towards the end, I was a bit of a jerk, but, yeah, so I got on that flight, finally got on that flight, ended up in Washington around, I want to say it was almost close to lunchtime. It was almost 11. Fun part, I had to call them the day before to my hotel and my car rental, let them know what was going on. Hotel was pretty cool with it. Car rental, they said they were cool with it. That turned out not to be 100% true, but but ended up like I was saying, I ended up
Southwest 109, do not exceed 200 knots. Do not exceed 200 knots. Southwest 109.
getting pretty late. So I was supposed to be there the night before, checking my hotel, get my rental, all that. I wasn't actually staying in the DC area. I was going about an hour or two south, Pax River, and ended up getting there the next day. And so ended up getting there the next day, and basically at lunchtime, my boss wasn't thrilled. This local person I was gonna be there for was not thrilled, but you know, these things happen. Like, can't get mad at me, can't get mad at. I mean, can get a little mad at American because they could have. Could have, done a little better job of accommodating people. But
Southwest 109, turn right heading 240, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 27 right approach. Turn right heading 240, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 27 right, southwest.
I should really check to make sure my nav is set for. I am 27 right. Yeah, famous last words. So,
Virgin 911 Heavy, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 27 left at Philadelphia International. Southwest 999.
So when I got there,
Expect vectors
the
for the
baggage
Isles
wasn't
approach
there.
runway 27 left at Philadelphia
My American,
Roger, Virgin 911 Heavy.
Roger, Southwest 9999.
because it was supposed to be on American, and the flight got there,
Turn left heading 0.
right? I don't know if they got it on that flight. I don't know if they had put it on a different flight. I didn't know. I ended up going to talk to, as soon as I got off, I waited by the belt just to be safe.
Contact Philadelphia Tower on 135.1. Southwest 81. Contacting Philadelphia Tower on 13.
Let me call on this.
Philadelphia Tower, Southwest 109, inbound on the ILS runway 27 right.
I'm gonna reduce speed again. But waited by the belt, never showed up. Okay, fine.
Number 1, runway 27 right.
And so,
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 27 right.
so I was like, okay, cool, whatever, you know. Like, I wasn't too upset. Figured it was gonna happen anyways.
Delta 1523, you're in an active airspace. Please contact Philadelphia Tower on
And so
135.1.
Delta 1523, request frequency.
I went to go talk to American.
Avello 2259, runway 27 right.
American was like, sure, what was your tag? I told the lady what happened. She was like, oh, yeah, I know, I completely understand. What's your tag number? I told her my tag number, and she checked it for me, and
November
1332 heavy, say intentions.
Philadelphia Tower,
And,
1332 heavy, ready for departure at runway 27 right, departing straight out. Philadelphia Tower, Avello 001, ready for departure at runway 27 right, departing
she looked it up, and apparently my bags were on a flight to Hong Kong, supposedly. That's what the sickest shit up. Don't know if that's 100% true, or if either way, the tag was not showing that it was coming here. The tag showed that there was supposed to be bags, but they were picked up at LAX, supposedly. Of course, I could have given the wrong tag number. That would have been my fault. I would not be surprised, but and so she.
November 9530 hotel. Hold short of runway 27 left.
Holding short runway 27 left.
She took down my information and she sent me over to United. Like, hey, go to United. Maybe they have it. Like I'm not gonna. I was like, cool, okay. So I walked across the terminal and got to the terminal. Got to the United thing, and I left the red boxes on. Sorry. I was doing touch and goes earlier, trying to practice my manual landing, and those really do help. But anyways, I don't like them for this part.
November 9530
Oh well, we're gonna have to deal with them. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Went to United, told her, recap the whole story basically, and she called the United lady, or the American lady, and she was, and they conversated, and they were like, okay. She tried helping me, trying to see if there was anything like remotely similar. At that point, she was like, that's why I think I gave them the wrong number, is because I wrote it down on my ticket, because I always do that as like, because I tend to lose the actual sticker. I tend to lose it a lot. And so, I think I might have copied it wrong. That's what she thinks too. You know, I realize, never turn on any of this stuff. And so, she couldn't find my bag. She couldn't figure it out. I had to describe my bags. I actually had a picture of it, so it worked out great. And they'd call me. I was like, cool. So I called my boss. I was like, I can't get my bags. I'm just going to go get my car. I'll come back for my bags whenever they find it. If they ever find it. If not, they're going to have to mail it to me. She was actually, United person was like, she was real sweet. She was, she said if she could, she would try to get it someone to have it delivered out to where I was staying on Pax River, but there's no guarantee of that.
Avelo 001. Line up and wait runway 27 right.
Line up and wait runway 27 right, Avelo 001.
November 9530 Hotel. Departure to the south. November 9530 Hotel. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency
But,
change approved, November 9530 Hotel. Good day. Thank you, November 9530 Hotel.
Philadelphia Tower, American 1320. Ready for departure at run.
Southwest 109. When able, turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
Wilco, Southwest 109.
but she, yeah, she couldn't make it work. If she couldn't make it work, it was no big deal. Like, I wasn't. Are you serious?
Philadelphia ground, Southwest 109. Request taxi to park.
Are you serious, dude? Like, you don't do that.
Southwest 109. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Philadelphia ground. Lufthansa cargo 120.
Taxiing to parking, Southwest 109.
Lufthansa cargo 1202. Pushback approved.
I don't actually know where.
Lufthansa cargo 1202.
Where. Oh, I forgot about those. Where Southwest Parks in Philadelphia. But I'm just gonna go
American 29 heavy.
park here. I went to Avis. Avis ended up actually
Philadelphia ground. Spooky 1 heavy. Ready for pushback.
giving my car away because I never picked it up, which was super annoying because they didn't have a car for me. Even though I called the office and they're like, yeah, no problem, but just to be safe, call, you know, the corporate line. I missed that term badly. That was my bad.
Ready for pushback with information echo.
Southwest 490 super. Hold position.
Hold in position, Southwest 490.
But so that was another nightmare and a half, mostly because
Philadelphia ground, UPS 010 heavy. Ready to taxi to runway 27 left with information.
should go up a little more.
UPS 1010 heavy. Taxi to runway 27 left. Contact tower when ready.
Philadelphia ground, United 27 heavy. Ready for pushback with information echo.
United 27 heavy. Pushback approved.
They wanted me to pay for,
Philadelphia ground.
like,
Southwest
they couldn't
824.
upgrade me
Ready
to
taxi with
anything
information
decent,
echo.
like, or give me a car like lower class. I was traveling for business. I got no real wiggle room. Either they need to upgrade me for free, or they need to give me something smaller, which is, you know, at that point I'm like fine with it.
Southwest 824. Taxi to runway 27 right. Contact tower when ready. Southwest 490 super. Avoid sending duplicate messages.
Philadelphia ground, Southwest 814. Request
I was fine with it.
Taxiing to
All
runway
right, look,
27
we
right.
went into
Southwest
Philadelphia,
824.
guys.
Southwest 814. Taxi to parking.
Bit of a
At your
nightmare
discretion.
there towards the end with that random plane. Like, I don't know what they were thinking.
Southwest 472. Request permission to
Like,
cross runway 17.
I understand he wanted to get over there as quickly as possible, but he wasn't even on a taxi line. Like, I'm pretty bad staying on them myself, but I tried to stay close to them. He was just going through the middle. Like, dude, no. Especially when you have a plane coming off the runway. Like,
Southwest 472.
November 2002.
but yeah, Avis gave my car away, so it was a fight to get another car because he wanted me to pay for a much bigger car that they had in stock. And I was like, no, I can't pay for it. It's business. And they were like arguing with me, like, that's all we have. Either that or you're gonna have to find a new rental. They ended up giving me an SUV for free, or well, for the same price as the economy, because they're getting. My company ended up calling Avis and was like, no, that's not how this works. We called ahead. Like, my travel manager called ahead. All right.
Lufthansa Cargo 120.
Let's go ahead and exit this.
Southwest 109.
United 27
No violations, what I like to hear. It was not the best of. What? Grade 2? I landed though. Yeah. Like I said, I had 2 touch and goes, but no, it's grade 3. I can't. We're grade 2. We'll work on it. We'll do some touch and goes later tonight or maybe tomorrow. But yeah, that was not fun. Got my SUV. Now, any of you who've been in the DC area, you know taking a big car like that is not fun, especially when airport, big traffic area. And so I got in the SUV. I was like, cool, done, let's go. It became more of a nightmare because as soon as I left the parking garage and I started getting on the roads to try to leave, the United rep called me and she's like, hey, I found your bags. They were apparently on the same flight you were. They just, because they were known missed flight bags, they were automatically put on a different cart and sent to me. I just got them though. I was like, oh, I just got my car. She's like, so you don't pay for parking? Call me. I'll take them out to you. I'm like, cool. She's like, park here. And I parked there, called her. No answer. Called again, no answer. Called again, no answer. Finally, one of I guess he's a copper, ended up telling me, hey, move it along. I was like, oh, fine. So I ended up parking in short term, had to pay for that. Got my bags, went to my hotel. They let me check in really early, thankfully, because no one used my room. So they were like, yeah, no, go. Ended up going to work around 1, 2 in the afternoon, and haven't had anything to eat by that point. My boss, I showed up in a t-shirt and shorts, flip-flops, my usual travel, and yeah. Then my flight back was not, you heard the second part already, where that was not as smooth. But yeah, guys, it's gonna do it for me for today. I'll try to hop on, do some touch and goes tomorrow, push up those landings. I haven't flown that much, that often, and I haven't flown in quite a while. Been busy with the whole work, but hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday.